Hey YouTube, it's Terminator K2 here, coming with a deck profile. Today I'm at the LLDS Nelson with my friend Isaac here.
Hey.
So what were you playing today, Isaac?
I've been playing Domain Monarchs. It's pretty well at the moment.
Yeah, so how are your matchups?
Mostly really well. Like, considering even though after the ban list, it's still running well. You keep getting real nice out of it, and you're pretty good.
Yeah, so what do you think the biggest problem with the deck at the moment is?
Biggest problem is if you don't draw your tribute fodder, you're going to be pretty screwed over. So you need some sort of thing to try at least get your tribute fodder out.
Alright, let's get started then.
Alright, so first, one ether. I'm sad it got banned down to 1, but it's still a pretty nice card. You have to have it. It's a must-have in your deck. Alright, next we'll go with triple Erebus. Staple of this deck. It's what you need. Bounces back opponents, monsters, discard, sends them back to the deck from their hands, and just good and all. Next I'll play my one-offs of the Monarchs. I play one Mobius, just to pop pesky back row and against like pendulum matchups. Pop their scales so they can't use it. Play one Zarborg, because you're popping their extra deck. Generally, the extra decks are going to be pretty full on, and if you can pop their extra deck using the light monster, you choose the monster to pop. Move into the graveyard. It's an amazing card to use once you get it out. Also play one Razor the Mega Monarch, bouncing them back to the top of the deck just to screw them over because you know what they're going to get the next turn. If you do it right, you can basically force them out of one turn, and they can't do anything at all. Okay, so that's my big Monarchs. We'll next go to my slightly smaller Monarchs, you can say. Play Double Majesty's Fiend. It's an all-round cheap card, just to screw people over using monster effects such as Blue Eyes and everything around that. Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Cosmos especially. We'll next play one Vanities, just to really screw over them with using extra decks, pendulum summoning, anything like that. It's very situational, but if you use it quite right, you'll be able to get nice. My last of my Sin ones are Karaz. Karaz, I would have liked to have it at 2, but sometimes very situational off ether. Being able to pop them and then draw your cards, but you want to not be able to make them draw cards. That's what you really want. But I just have one of them because it's just nice to have. That's with my Monarch. Just play Tribute Fodder, Standard Tribute Fodder, Triple Edia, and Triple Ados. Searching Ados off Edia, adding spells that have been banished with Edia when sent to the graveyard, banishing Ados, special summon Edia from graveyard. It's just a good combo just to run. I might swap out like an Ados for a Mithra, just to give you the extra summon from a token, but at the moment I like to keep it at that because you don't really have any issues with it. That's all done with our monster lineup, so 17 monsters is pretty standard. You don't want too many monsters in this deck, otherwise you're going to get clogged up. Next, because Domain Monarchs, our main card, Triple Domain, True Monarchs, it's just an amazing card all around. Being able to add extra attack to you when you're attacking, prevent your opponent from using the extra deck, and lower monsters by 2 levels so you can use 1 tribute to get them. It's just a beautiful thing to do. Also play Triple Tenacity, search off any Monarch card you want. Preferably you want to search out your field spell or Panthesium, if you could. But it's only usable if you have your Monarchs in your hands, considering nearly all the monsters that we have in this deck mainly used for this. But it's just a staple card to have in the deck. Alright, next card we play 3 of is Return. Being able to take your opponent's monsters, put them in your hand from your deck. It's because you don't clog up your hand with it. It's just an all-round staple to have in the deck. Get one out, tribute, keep bringing them out with Return. And by the end of it, you'll just have full hands of Monarchs. Opponents can't do anything about it. Next, we're down to our 2 lineup of spells. We're up to Double March. I thought of playing March as 1, But then I realised being able to prevent your opponent from destroying you with things like Regeki, Dark Hole, and not being able to target them with monster effects, it's just amazing all rounder. Considering if you bring out a strong boss monster such as Erebus or Ether, you can prevent your opponent from basically just stopping you in your tracks with any card such as Soul Warning. Next I play one Panthesium because poor ban list says no, you can only play one. Still a staple card to have. You cannot play Domain Monarchs without it. It's just, yeah, banish it, take 3 from your deck, opponent chooses 1. Generally you choose maybe 3 return, or you'd play 3 domain, just so you'd be able to get them out. And good all-rounder. Next, 1 Monarch Stormforth. Stormforth's still real good, not targeting effects. It's beautiful to use against cards that have high-level monsters. You tribute their monster, since it's not a targeting effect, any monsters such as like some of the Blue Eyes lineups, Cosmos, they'll get targeted, just tribute them off. Next we'll go to our slightly more staple cards, but mostly all-rounders. A 1-for-1, just in case you start off with a hand that's pretty bad and you don't get any tribute fodder. Use 1-for-1, send one of your tributes to the graveyard, special summon Edia. Edia will then special summon Eidos. You've already got your tribute fodder you need for the whole turn. Then play 1 Rhoda, extra time to get Edia out from your deck into your hand. You need to see Edia as much as possible, but you don't want to see it too much. So you need tributes. I'll play 1 Burial from a different dimension, because when you banish your Eidos to summon your Edia, you'd want to bring them back so you can constantly recycle Edia's effects and need Eidos. Next I play my 1 Monster Gates. It's good if you can't find any tribute fodder, you've got nothing to do. You've got nothing to lose. Activate your monster tribute off, such as something like, just say, Erebus to the graveyard. Keep milling your deck until you find Edia or Eidos, special summon them, then you can tribute off and just continue on your roll. That's it for our spell lineup. So to our traps, I only play 6 traps. I play Triple Prime, good for recycling, and its additional effect is banish a card from your deck to a graveyard and put it onto the center of the field with 2/4 wall. It's pretty damn good. You want to keep this. You want to get this into the graveyard as fast as possible if you don't have any tribute fodder, because that would be the only tribute fodder you have. Other than that, you want to see it on spell trap zone as much as possible. Next, I play double escalation. Being able to tribute during your opponent's turn is freaking amazing. It saved me so many games. Going escalation, summon out something like Majesties or Vanities, and they can't stop it. It's an amazing card. And then the last card I play, 40 card deck, Vanity's Emptiness. Staple cards, you want to stop them from special summoning, such as Blue Eyes, Cosmos, Dark Magician, anything like that. You stop them in the tracks. If you have a big wall, you'll be able to be stupid not to put it out. Well, that's it for my Monarchs lineup. I hope you enjoyed it.
So is there any decks you find you have the most trouble with?
Most trouble with? I find most trouble with is other decks that use tributes, such as mirror matchup with other Monarch decks, or freaking Kaijus. If they have a Kaiju side in their deck, it's really troublesome because they'll tribute off your monsters and you can't really do much about it. So if they tribute off one of your tribute fodder, you can't stop them, and it stuffs you up pretty bad, unless you have some sort of way to bring it out again. Other than that, this is a pretty still good strong deck, even after the ban list.
Alright, thank you, Isaac.
No worries.
So I'll be back with you later, YouTube, with another deck profile.